we got beans going in the ground. We have some vertical tillage is going to happen, breaking open some bean ground. We're like, the end is in sight. So soybeans, we probably got 2, maybe 3 days left, or 2.5 days left on. And then corn, depending on how much I get done here today, I'll be done tomorrow. Then right after that, we're headed straight into spraying. I want to get some of our stuff, for some of our first planted stuff that we planted last Friday, sprayed, just in case we get a bunch of rain, we can't get back out there. I know that stuff, the seeds are starting to bulge and starting to germinate now, so I definitely want to get out there and get that stuff sprayed, because you never know what happens with the weather and getting back out there. Plus, it would be really nice to get a little bit of that rain for pushing in the 32%, and as well as activating our pre-emerge herbicides. Alright, so I just got back from running to town here. Went and grabbed a new SRM for row 1 from our issues that we were having yesterday that didn't get solved with the HD unit. And then through some talking with our precision dealer, so we switched out the SRM here, and we're gonna see if that did it. Okay, there's that. Recognizes everything on the row. So we're going to see if this will do what it's supposed to, and if that doesn't do it, then I don't know, maybe the HD unit is bad. I don't think the HD unit is bad. Usually stuff doesn't really happen with those, so from what we're told, but I guess anything is possible. Well, we're moving. The SRM did it, so happy there. Alright, well, I am done for the day. I have to go and help them with some soybean stuff, making sure some no-till stuff that we're trying out is doing well and getting put in right. Good morning, everyone. Today we have about 75 acres of corn left to plant. I'm gonna hurry and try and get that done here, and then we got a little over 100 acres of soybeans left, probably 120, something like that. So we're gonna take and try and get it all done today, because they're talking for rain late tonight. They put rain back in the forecast, so we kind of want to get all the planting wrapped up here before it rains, because the thing I'm a little bit on the cautious side about is it's gonna start raining, and then I think tomorrow it's supposed to be sunny out, and then after that they're talking rain for quite a while now. So you know, starting Sunday into Monday, and kind of chances of rain pretty much every day next week. So we're gonna try to get the rest of the planting done, and then I'll figure out the spraying thing kind of here once we get rolling. So, or once we get done, hopefully we get a window where we can get our corn pre on. So corn is just starting to germinate. It's not, obviously not emerging. The seeds are, it's just starting to come out of the seeds. So I think we got a little bit of time yet in that aspect before it starts emerging. And we can also spray the 32 down up to like 2 leaves on corn. At least that's what we did last year. So, and we didn't really have an issue if it had to be, but I'd rather corn be in the ground yet before that happens. But if the bean planter, if it looks like we can get it all done with the bean planter, we're going to, but If we have a ton of ground left here by the time I'm done planting, then we're going to switch the corn planter over to beans and then help finish up here. So I think 11 o'clock tonight is when it starts, when the rain is supposed to start. Tentative plan here, definitely gonna get corn done if we don't have any issues. Very happy with how quickly stuff happened this year. Having 2 planters is definitely a great thing. Kind of wish we did it a while ago. Couldn't imagine doing it this year without both of them. So kind of relieved the stress, and we didn't have to push stupid hard to get everything done. So we're moving along on the last farm here. So we got this field here, and then there's a little one down there. So we've got about 18.5 acres done here so far. Still haven't yet decided if we're gonna be switching this over to beans or not. We'll have to see how quickly Jeremy moves through everything here today for beans. He got started about 2 hours ago, or an hour and a half ago. And we'll check out the weather here. Got roughly 10 hours to plant, so I don't know. We may get this one switched over. It'll take me about 45 minutes to get this switched over to beans. So we'll see what happens, but I still got probably 2 hours here yet, or hour and a half, 2 hours before I get back to the farm. So the no-till, this is working really nice. It just, I can't go as fast as I can with our planter in no-till as I can in work ground, just because our bar is light, and even if I go down too much with the row cleaners, it lifts the bar up out of the ground. So it's the only thing, it's one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of this bar. It's a nice bar, don't get me wrong, but when you start hanging Delta Force and, you know, Reveal and all that on there, it gets pretty light. So, but so far it's actually been working really nice in no-till ground. So you just can't keep up the pace like you can in work ground. I'm gonna get the drone up here and get you guys some footage. I kind of lacked in the drone footage just here a little bit, so let's get some footage. So I'm finishing up on the last field here. Got about, it's a 15-acre field, so I got about 10 left. We are on the last pass. That's all she wrote for corn. All right, let's take and go and help Jeremy finish up the rest of the beans here. Hopefully get done tonight. All right, we're switched over. Beans, we're loaded up, headed over, and see about finishing up beans. So tentative plan right now, I got a 21-acre field that I'm gonna do when I get over there. Depending on where he's at, I might switch over to the other farm that he's on. But then him and I are gonna go north. We got 30 acres to do up there, which are separated on like 5 different fields. So we're gonna go up there together and get that knocked out. He'll work on, I'll mess around with some of the smaller fields, which tend to be on the wet side. We'll put 30-inch row beans in there, and then he'll work on the hillsides. All right, Jeremy's right up there, knocking this stuff out. I'm headed kitty corner over there past those trees. I'm gonna start there. All right, we are on the last couple of passes here. Of this field. I guess this needs to load a little bit. Oh, there we go. Last couple passes here. So then we're gonna get switched over to the other farm. Work on knocking that out. Running my roll cleaners a little bit. Just trying to push some surface trash out of the way. But I'm still getting a little bit of, must be getting a little bit of trash in the furrow. But this here is actually sort of weird. So it's kind of all over the place. That's why it's red. Sometimes I don't exactly look at that, especially with beans, since we're going so shallow. You're gonna have trash anyways, especially since we VT'd it. So I guess what I'm really worried about seed to soil contact. I'm also trying to just get it clean, the top of the furrow clean, just so that we don't have any hairpinning or the soybeans trying to push up through trash, which you're not going to get that 100%, but we're getting it, you know, pretty close. So we're gonna split this field in half here. So we're gonna take and go side by side here. He's gonna go and do that side of the field, and I'm gonna go do this side of the field. So I just wanna get kind of a test, the 30-inch rows versus the 15s. So we had a box that ended up, the bottom blew out of it. So we ended up getting sent the wrong boxes. We got a box full of boxes. And we got sent John Deere ones instead of the Kinsey ones, which they're the same thing, it's just the color. So yeah, so we're rocking that for now, unfortunately. But we're gonna get that hashed out, just trying to keep rolling. All right, we're moving. So I'm just putting headlands on this field right here. And then Jeremy's just working on that small field there. There's another small field right there. It's over the hill. We're gonna take it and I'm gonna go over and knock that out after the headlands are on here. And this is a really steep hill right here. So Jeremy's going to work this side over and I'm gonna work that side because it's a little bit wetter. And it's a little heavier soil. So I'm gonna put that in 30-inch rows. Obviously, if we were planting it all with the other planter and I was still doing corn or something, you know, it'd all be that, or it'd all be 15-inch rows. But I'm just trying to pick and choose where I'm putting the 30-inch rows since I'm here planting 30-inch rows. So. I don't even know. I haven't really checked what the rain's gonna be doing here today. Oh, we're in a severe, speak of the devil, we're in a severe thunderstorm warning. Or watch, sorry, it's a watch. Well, we have in about an hour and a half. In an hour and a half, roughly, or an hour, we have rain coming in. We'll get it done. It is muggy out, and the skeeters are out too, so we'll probably get a dousing of rain, so I'm glad we're doing what we're doing for sure. Well, I was gonna get you guys some nighttime drone footage, but stupid thing, I was taking and getting it up in the air and it was sitting there. All of a sudden, I go to set this down right here to start going. All of a sudden it just starts flying away and it flew into a tree. So we had to hook a tow strap up to Dad's truck and freaking yank the tree to get it to fall out. And the propellers are shot, so I've got an extra pair, but not with me. So, whoops. So both Jeremy and I are on this field right now. He's on the other side of the hill. I'm working on this side, on the east side here, and we're cooking along. Little chunk for me here. Jeremy had to throw a little seed in his planter, so he's not quite done with the hillside yet. And I also had to stop for a little bit of seed. That's a wrap for this planter. Sweet. Now, technically not. I got 3 acres of corn that I gotta go down and put in for a buddy of ours, but that's not for production. So alright, ladies and gents, that's a wrap. Planting 2026 is in the books. Now the caravan on the way home, and we're gonna watch the lightning from the storm coming. Sit back and kind of take a breather for a little bit. So feels good to be done. Well, we got done just in time. So we're like right in between Madison and Milwaukee, like smack dab in the middle along I-94. So we're about to get smoked with some rain. Alright, that is a wrap for the day. We're just starting to get some rain now, and some thunder and lightning. Now this is what's been happening to these boxes. They've been blown out by where they latch on. kind of expected that to happen, I guess. It's a little past 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to wrap it up here. So we'll hopefully start spraying here whenever we can get back out into the field. So keep tuned to the channel, and I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed all the videos from spring planting. If you've made it this far in the video and you have not yet, please subscribe. Please like and comment on the video. Hope you all enjoyed. God bless. We will catch you in the next one. Later.